So we're doing linkage stuff right now, and you can see my linkage I have in my hand, which is my throttle. So this is closed down, and this is wide open, which is up. So obviously, you know, my cable's not going to run this way, so we have to come up with a linkage. And not only do we have to come up with a linkage, we have to come up with a linkage that is a fast action linkage. Okay, because this isn't, we're not mowing grass with this, so we're not going to oil it up slow with the lever. We're not going to put it down slow with the lever. We want it to react, like, quick, all right? So, after looking at this for a while, this is a stock governor arm, okay? One end will hook to your carburetor, which I believe is this end. The other end will hook to your spring, which is this end, and this shaft is on your governor. So when it spins on that shaft, it's a push-pull type system. Okay, that's pretty much what we need here. I need to push for throttle open. I need to pull for throttle off. So how am I going to do that? Well, I come up with a thing, and my thing is I'm going to have to build some bracketry, of course, and we're going to have to make a bracket that mounts permanent, that's going to weld onto these two case covers, these two air fin covers, which is going to be fully custom. So we have to start with that, because we have to make a mechanism that's going to go up and down with our throttle. So here's where I'm at. I was staring at this, and I thought I can cut that down and make that work, but it's not going to be sufficient or adequate for what I need. I mean, even if I cut it off here and here, the throw's not going to be right. The throw needs to be right. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to build a wheel. And when I talk about build a wheel, I'm going to build a circular type disc that's going to bolt in this area here, probably to our whatever piece of metal I use. I'm going to make it a standalone unit. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to drill a hole and I'm going to put my wheel on here, and I'm going to make sure it's, like, you know, bearing movement precise. But I think what I'm going to do is, if we take, this is our rod, this is our carburetor. Let's make it square so you don't get confused. That's our carburetor. And our cable or linkage is going to come in from this side somewhere. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a disc, kind of like this, and I'm going to mount this rod to probably this edge, maybe in the center. So therefore, this is a push-pull. So I'm looking for up action, because down action is going to be standard. It's going to be spring-loaded to be down. So if I want this to go up, then I want my cable to come in here, like so. So when I pull the cable, it pushes the rod up. This carburetor's kind of backwards. It should be a down pull, but it's not. It's in push up. I don't know, well, I do know why. It's a different carburetor. It's a special carburetor. It's not made for your everyday lawnmower. But usually it'd be a pull down, so you'd put your rod to your disc wheel right here, and you'd put your cable down here. That way when you pull it, it pulls it down. See how it's working? But this is going to work the same. It's just going to take the size of the disc and how far away the holes are for this travel. There's going to be some science involved, and I'm not going to know what that science is until I get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build a disc with a hole in it. I'm going to put it on my bracket, and I'm going to start testing. The dimension of the disc could make a difference. 1 inch might be too small, 2 inches might be okay, 3 inches might be bigger, and then once I figure out the size of the wheel that I need to make this movement here, I'm going to make sure I have enough space here. So in my madness, I just want you guys to know what goes on when I'm working on this machine. It's not all just, you know, change stuff and do things. There's some thought behind it. So that's what we're doing tonight at this place right here. Oh, never mind, sign's not on. That's a little bit of throttle theory for you. And I'm gonna get back to thinking, so I can't have people watch me when I'm thinking. See you later.